We're going to calculate the stock price for United Health Group. And first we need the market cap, which is 289.1 billion. And the stock price of 305. Now we know how many shares outstanding, because you take the market cap divided by the stock price, that equals the number of shares outstanding, 948 million. Now, to figure out the value of a company, you estimate the future free cash flows of that company, then discount that number back to today's value. That way you have the value for the entire company. Now, to get the value for each stock is you divide that number by the number of shares outstanding, and you get the intrinsic stock price. And we'll compare it to the actual stock price. So we need the free cash flows for the past 4 years. So we'll go back to Yahoo cash flow section. On the bottom it has free cash flow. And this is the cash remaining after operating the business. We'll put it into our model, and all the calculations are getting done as when we enter that number. Next, we need the net income, which is the profit or loss for a given time period. And then last is revenue, which is sales, just total sales for a given time period. The numbers look pretty good. There's no negatives, so that's the only issue with discounted cash flow models, is when you have a lot of negatives, it really messes up the future valuation. But everything looks pretty consistent, so let's move on. Now we need to look at the capital structure to identify the discount rate that we need to apply to the future cash flows. So the interest they pay on their debt is 1.7 billion, and that's in the income statement. Let's find out how much debt they have by going to the liabilities section of the balance sheet. Okay, the current debt that's due within 12 months is 3.9 billion. And now the long-term debt that's due after 12 months is 37 billion. So the interest they pay on their debt is 4.2%. Interest payments are tax deductible. So let's get the effective tax rate. So the income before tax is 18 billion, and the income tax is 3.7 billion. Now the cost of the debt is 3.3%, and the weight of the debt is 12%. So 12% of the capital structure is debt, the rest is equity. So that's not too bad of a number. Now let's calculate the cost of equity. What's the beta? 0.64, that's a really low beta. That's the volatility of the stock. So the cost of equity is 7.24%, which is a lot higher than the cost of debt, 3.3%. Equity is riskier because in the event of a default, debt holders are paid before equity holders. Now to get the WACC, the weighted average cost of capital, you just combine the debt and the equity, and you get 6.75%, and that's what we're going to use to discount the future cash flows by. So we estimated the future cash flows, then we discounted back to today's values, and then we get a value of the company of $370 billion. We divide it by 948 million shares, and we get a stock price of $390. That's what we call the intrinsic stock price. Compared to a 305 stock price, it's trading at a 22% discount, so this is considered a buy. And it never even traded above 340 before, so it looks like it's always been trading at a discount. If you believe in the discounted cash flow model, of course, you have to not only look at the past financials, you have to look into the future of the company. If you feel the company is going to continue to grow, then you would buy the stock. If you don't, then you may think 305 is too much. So that's my analysis, and I hope you liked it. Let me know if you want me to do a different company. Leave a comment. Thanks for watching.